The Retro Buzz starts right after this.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Retro Buzz. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of Doug, what happened there? Like
Didn't look good for our friend Glenn there. Definitely something sinister is afoot.
he vanished and wait, what is who just what? You're not Glenn.
Ooh.
I was tired listening to Glenn, so I shut him up, and I'm on now.
Not
Sorry
good.
about my broadband. I'm in the middle of the woods in a old shack, so my broadband's going a little bit slow. But we don't need to listen to him no more. You get to listen to me.
Thank God.
And
No
I'll
more
give you the good
Atari
stuff.
talk. No more Atari talk today, Doug. We're in good shape.
Yeah, we have to talk to somebody that's reasonable. I bet this guy likes Kathleen Kennedy.
And well, you know what? We do have somebody that probably does like Kathleen Kennedy. We have no, he doesn't like Kathleen Kennedy. But we actually got a new co-host with us today. We've got my son Daniel. He's in the house. He's in his comic bunker. What's going on?
Kathleen Kennedy. We have no, he doesn't like Kathleen Kennedy.
All right. Well, I think Richie. We also have. Well, we did have Richie, but I think Richie needs to mute. I think he can't hear. Richie, are you there? Are you there somewhere in that thing? What?
I'm here.
What are you wearing?
This is how I live.
Okay, I get it. You're in New Jersey, but really?
Yeah, I apologize for the muffled sounds. I took my filters off, so this is how I have to live now.
This is the new normal.
Is it?
And it's okay. They allow me to go barefoot though.
just as long as you clean up after that.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So I this Retro Buzz just took a turn for the worse. We've got Richie in the house. He's wearing his virus protection. Glenn's been hijacked by Negan.
That's Negan.
Doug, you and I are the only sane ones here.
Hey, what about me?
Okay, you're sane too. Yeah, that's questionable.
Negan is such a phony of Glenn. I could tell.
Funny.
I don't know. Anyways, Richie, it's great to have you here. If you're able to,
Hard to take everyone seriously on the screen. Right now.
Yeah, I'm trying. So we want to talk about some cool stuff tonight. If Glenn was here, I was going to ask him how he was doing with the Neo Geo Mini, but before he got hijacked.
But the phony took his place.
Right. Before he got hijacked, Doug, he was saying that he was enjoying it, right?
Actually, with that being said, I'm actually working on my first review of the Neo Geo Mini. I saw it on Amazon for $30, and I got it, and I recorded a video just today. So Negan Reviews is coming soon to a YouTube channel near you.
Is that a threat or a promise?
He's such
A
a
little bit of both.
phony.
I
He's
a
the
phony.
phony
Don't,
baloney.
he's a phony. Don't even fall for him.
I don't know. He looks pretty convincing to me.
Don't
I mean, he's got a
don't
barbed
get
wire
too
bat.
attached
You don't want to cross
to
that guy.
don't get attached to his bat or else he'll smack you.
I think that's the hope.
What?
Anyways, okay, so the Neo Geo
What?
Mini. Neo Geo Mini. All right, Negan. How do you like the Neo Geo Mini while we wait for Richie to get out of his his suit there?
Well, I gotta say that I was actually pretty surprised. I mean, at $100, I don't know if I liked it as much, but overall, I liked it. The one thing,
Oh, don't.
oh,
Oh, there we
you
go.
have clicky buttons and clicky joysticks. This one wasn't clicky, but the joystick was still pretty good, and I thought the emulation was pretty good. I had some fun with it, so I give it a thumbs up. I give it a 4 Lucille out of 5.
Okay. What do you think, Richie? Have you gotten to see the Neo Geo Mini that we are referring to, the little mini arcade that you can hook up to your TV?
No, I actually the whole time I thought you were talking about the actual real Neo Geo Mini. They made a Neo Geo about the size of my Kaboom. You see the Kaboom in the background?
Right.
They made a Neo Geo about that size. And my friend down in Georgia has mine in his garage, and it's really tiny. It's a Neo Geo Mini, but you're talking about a Neo Geo Mini.
Yeah, it's one that you can hook up to
Very
your,
mini.
Yeah, you can hook it up to your TV.
Like mini.
Yeah.
Mini.
But yeah, the
Micro.
Neo Geo I have is about that size, and it's really cool. I got to get that. It's down in Georgia.
Very, very cool. So what's going on with you? The last time you were on here, we alluded to some things, and now we're on the down spiral of this pandemic. We got to make sure we use that word so we don't get nailed on YouTube. There's some interesting things that are possibly coming this year. Something to do with a Kong off?
Yeah, I'll make it really quick. So the people that are tuning in just to hear the date of the new Kong off, I'll say it now.
No. Then hold it off.
You got to bury the
Your
lead.
ears.
Okay. We'll wait. I'll wait, and we'll announce it later then.
So are we actually going to get a Kong off this year? Is that really going to happen?
No. No Kong off this year. But let me just give you guys a hint. I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but I'm going to try anyway.
And
We're having all kind of problems today.
Okay.
every time you get on here,
Maybe,
we have a problem.
Pulled too hard on that cord there. Just be my
That's
guess.
what she said.
We'll get him back
Giggity.
once he gets everything situated, and
Mhm.
I mean that happens when you're doing this in real time. But
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So he's going to do a Kong off next. It sounds like he's going to do it next year. I guess we're going to have to wait and see what he says, right?
Mhm.
Hopefully we can get him back.
I'm gonna have to go to that. It's right in Jersey. I'll just wear my nose plugs, and I'm gonna go down over there.
Oh,
What do you got
boy.
against Jersey, Glenn? Or Negan, excuse me?
You can call him
Just
Glenn.
the smell, man. Just the
the
odor.
smell.
Just
You you can call him Glenn. He don't care.
I'll call him whatever he likes to be called because he's brandishing a weapon right now.
he's got Lucille.
He can't
Yeah,
just come through
Glenn's
the
right back over there, young man. Glenn's in the back, and I'm gonna make sure that Lucille meets his head a little bit today.
I don't
I
care.
caught him again
Ooh.
playing some NES ROMs on one of his arcade machines. I told him I don't like that.
I
Make
don't
him stop.
I don't care.
I like this kid. He don't care. I
No,
like
I don't
that.
care about you because you're the one that's holding Glenn innocent in that chair.
Innocent. He ain't innocent. Look at him.
You're guilty.
Just look at him.
You're guilty as charged.
I like him. I'm gonna start calling him Little Steve.
Oh boy.
It's Daniel.
Am I back?
You're back. We got you back. So you were saying about the Kong off.
All right, so here's the hint. 2011. See the dates? That was the very first Kong off we ever did in 2011.
So you're saying March 19th of 2021 is the date of the new Kong off.
The 10-year anniversary, I don't know how it worked out. The weekend lined up perfect, I guess, because it's been 8 Kong offs and 2 leap years. Somehow it happened that the 19th and the 20th are the weekend.
Sweet.
Wow.
So
Everybody's working towards the weekend.
So on the 10-year anniversary of the Kong Off 1, we will be having the Kong Off 8 back in New Jersey.
Wow.
Very nice.
That'll give
So
everybody.
I thought that was pretty. That was a pretty cool idea to do it on the 10-year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming full circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That should be
So
really
hopefully
cool.
I'm back. Am I okay?
Yeah, I would just tip your camera down a little bit so you're not chewing on the lower third there.
I have no idea why when I grabbed the camera it died. That was really weird.
Technology.
Yep, we ask Glenn that all the time.
Glenn's not here.
Nope, I think he's frozen again.
No.
He looks frozen.
All right,
again.
people heard. People are texting me going, yeah!
Good deal.
Very,
So
very
the 10-year anniversary back here in New Jersey, the Kong Off 8, 10-year anniversary of the first one. And I'm going to make the marquees back to the same color scheme, but with an 8 in the middle. So, and put 10-year anniversary, and it's going to be just a marketing blitz. I'm
Very
pretty
cool,
excited, as you can tell.
Have you started to put together your list of competitors, or that's still too far down the road?
Yeah. The list of competitors make itself. It's all the best players.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you have?
Hard commits from people already?
Well, of course, Steve Wiebe and Billy, Robbie Lakeman. Those 3 are my staples. And the rest, after that, people I would like to see that I haven't reached out to and told, because I'm giving you guys the scoop. I haven't told anyone yet. But people like Vincent LeMay, who is in Canada and one of the greatest guys ever. The past winner of the last Kong Off, Jeff Wolf from Colorado. Of course, he will be back. He is our current reigning champion. Jeff Wolf, if you're watching, we love you. And who knows, even all my posse from Australia may come make the trip for it.
So
that'd be awesome.
There's a question in the chat room for you on YouTube. It says from Mr. W Dog, Richie, how many people usually attend the Kong Off?
Well, the Kong Off 1 was tickets. It was $50 a ticket, and I limited it to 200 tickets. At the door, we let people in, and I'd say there was probably another 100 people that came in. But my arcade was pretty small back then, so we had 300 people at that one. The 2 and the 3 were both at bars, so there were over 1,000 people between over the weekend because it was a bar, and the bar was open, so people were able to come in and out. So thousands at the Kong Off 2 and 3. The Kong Off 4, we piggybacked on the this event that was in Pittsburgh called Pinburgh, and that just I don't know, 10,000 people were at that, I would say, maybe more.
Wow.
And with every year we grow. Then we moved it to California, and California was at the Pinball Museum. It was called Arcade Expo, the Museum of Pinball. And once again, they have, the people were parked around the building and line to get in as far as you can see. If you go back and watch the videos, you'll see. But I have a DVD coming out that we're working on the movie's called The Kong Off. And underneath it's a fistful of stories. So on the movie, I will be telling stories about each Kong off with commentary. So we have filmed my buddy Arcade Hollywood, Jeff Oler. He filmed every single Kong off. So we have footage from every single one, and we're putting out a DVD of behind the scenes of making the Kong off, as well as who won each one, the nail-biting moments of each Kong off. So that movie is going to be coming out in the near future, right? Probably within the next couple months, I'm going to start selling those.
Perfect.
Now,
That'll tie in really nice.
you told us
it's exciting. There'll be a lot of extras. Like when I say a fistful of stories instead of a fistful of quarters, I'll be telling a lot of the stories behind the scene, like what happened with Twin Galaxies and us.
Well, you owe us a few stories this time.
Yeah.
So we want to we want to hear some good stories from the Kong off.
Will that be available on beta?
Not only beta, I'm actually going to be making a soundtrack available only on Sony mini disc.
Nice.
Love that reference.
I need it on 8-track actually, but I'll convert it over.
Just straight
I
reel.
I have a working 8-track in my stereo room, actually. I was just playing with it yesterday.
Everyone should. High quality 8-tracks.
My phone is blowing up right now with people talking about the Kong off now that I announced it. So let's hope that our audience the viewership doesn't drop off now. I mean, I probably got 40 messages just now.
That's right.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
we
good.
have
People are excited.
Yeah, get them excited. And so if we had to ask you, go back to some of the Kong offs, what's probably one of the most memorable moments that you had at one of those Kong offs that you know, whether you found it funny or just something you're never going to forget that happened at one of those events?
One of my favorite parts was when there's this guy, Wes Copeland, that was the best. He had just beaten Robbie Lakeman, and he was having a really, really rough weekend. And he was just grinding it out. I mean, and playing and grinding it out. And you could see somebody like Robbie Lakeman, who's a really honorable competitor, even when he's having a bad day, he still focuses and doesn't get mad. But this guy was having such a meltdown because he couldn't get a game going. Like, you know how they say I hear my daughter say it all the time, the rage quit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He did the ultimate rage quit. And all of us were like, holy crap. That guy, his panties are in a bunch. But that was one of my favorites because you get to see sportsmanship, and then you get to see the exact opposite of sportsmanship. One of my favorite parts of any Kong off was Steve Wiebe had, it was the first Kong off, and Steve Wiebe had to catch a flight that was leaving right as the Kong off ended. So he had to leave an hour early. He wasn't there for the final ceremony. Hank Chen was in the lead. And Steve Wiebe had a huge audience because the movie was really popular then. And people were rooting for Steve. There was, I'd say 80% of the people were rooting for Steve Wiebe. So he said to the audience, I'm going to one last quarter drop, and then I got to go to the airport. This is my last game. No matter what happens, I'm going to play it through. So he died early, but he played it through, went all the way to the end. And I'd say he had about 3 minutes to get to the airport, and he beats Hank Chen to go into the lead.
Wow.
So now there's an hour left to the Kong off, but now Steve Wiebe's winner, like in the lead. And I put him on my shoulders. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the video, but I put him on my shoulders and I walked him around the arcade. And he was slapping high fives to everybody. Everybody's slapping high fives, and everybody's really happy. So he gets in the car. Andrew Laidlaw and him drive out of the parking lot. We're saying goodbye. He leaves. And as he's pulling out of the parking lot, Hank Chen had a game going, but we weren't paying attention. And Steve says to me as he's leaving, I really hope my score holds. I really hope my score holds. Pulls out of the parking lot, makes a left, and someone yells to me, Hank just beat Steve. So as Steve is leaving the parking lot with the window rolled down, I yell, Hank beats your ass.
He went
So
from
that was
riding high to right back down.
Yeah.
So,
So as he's leaving, he's like this. It's like this, and then he was like,
oh
And then there's nothing he can do about it.
no,
nothing to do about it. And
Wow.
Hank became Hank wound that score that Hank put up right as Steve was leaving. I even missed the kill screen and everything. I missed everything. I wasn't able to congratulate Hank because I was saying goodbye to Steve. But that score held.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in the chat room that are saying, "Hey, we'll see you there at the Kong Off." There's a
I wish I could see. I can't figure out how to get the chat room going.
Dave Gumbernot. I guess that's how you. I apologize if I butchered your last name, but he said
Gumbernot. Dave
Gumbernot.
Gumbernot's a dear friend of mine.
Okay.
Glenn actually commented. Glenn's tied up. Try it.
It's dangerous giving him the chat room.
Okay.
All right, I got it. I got the comment.
Yep.
I can see your comments now, guys.
There you
All right,
go.
Dave Gumbernot. Oh yeah, that's his catchphrase. Oh yeah,
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Dave Gumbernot's a good man.
What
So I have a little bit of show and tell for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
So
Actually,
some of
yeah.
you guys ordered T-shirts from me as well as DVDs, and the T-shirts came in this week. So you guys will be getting your T-shirts, and let me show them to you.
Sweet.
Very
So-
nice.
Brand new,
Very
Richie
slick.
Oh, I like that.
right?
Nice.
Isn't that badass? That is the Space Invaders one, which the whole box is right here. So we got these,
Oh, that looks nice.
right? They came out really, really nice. Enemy Inc. out of Florida did these. The colors the colors pop really nice. On my screen, for some reason, the colors look weak. But
Oh, with my bat, I make things pop too. Mostly
all right. So there's that, and then this is the other one, which these sold out the first time I made them. These sold out within like 2 weeks, and I haven't had them left. So
Pole position. Very nice.
yeah, see it. I changed it to Richie Nucklez instead of pole position.
Very, very
So-
cool design.
Anybody that bought their T-shirts, they'll be shipped out this Monday during the day. They will be shipped out. And if anybody else wants to buy a T-shirt, just PM me and my PayPal, which we will post. Richie at richienucklez.com is my PayPal address.
Very cool.
And I assume you'll have to drop all those off at the post office in that garb.
Yeah. Total of $30 shipped anywhere in the U.S.
Very nice.
So
Very.
that's exciting. I'm glad I finally got it. I mean, I've been saying I was going to get them made for a long time, and I just didn't have the money. Around $1,000 out of pocket until you sell them to get them back.
Mm-hmm. That's a big
They look
investment.
real nice. There's been a lot of comments down here in this forum about wanting to know when you're going to open. Now, people, the COVID is still going on. So when the killer virus stops, I assume Richie will open as soon as possible.
As soon as possible, but bigger and better. We have been behind the scenes going through all the games that were in storage, and it will be a very different lineup so that when you come back, it'll be like going to a whole different arcade again. We've been swapping games. Of course, when you have storage, a lot of the games don't work, and we would rotate. But we've been working on a lot of titles that I never was able to get to. So the new arcade, when we do reopen, is going to be just so good. So get ready for that. And I can't open until everybody else says we can, Yeah. So right now, I am living on my sales. If you guys can, please buy stuff. I have, tons of stuff during my auctions for sale. Just that's the only way I'm going to survive this, because think about it. The arcade, do you think after this lockdown is over, people are going to be running in to be next to somebody playing arcade games, touching controls, I'm going to have to be behind everyone with a bunch of disinfectant, wiping down the panel like diligently if I'm going to expect people to come in and play.
That's a good segment to bring up. Like, what do you do if you are in the arcade business? Is that really your plan? Is that what you're going to do for
the new wipe down everything in between plays, or
do you lay
what does the
plastic?
new normal look like?
Yeah, really.
That is exactly.
Everyone gets the murder gloves.
What does normal look like? That is hashtag that. Somebody hashtag
But I mean,
that.
For an arcade,
what does normal look like? I'm gonna make that a T-shirt.
But I mean, for an arcade, what are you gonna do? I mean, you need to be able to touch it, like Doug said. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna prevent germs? Are you gonna require people to wear rubber gloves when they're playing, or what?
I guess what I'll do. You know what? This could be a marketing thing. I'm gonna make Richie Nucklez official arcade gloves.
Knuckle gloves.
Knuckle gloves. And they will be at the front door for you to wear. But if you want to take the pair home with you, you got to pay the price.
Richie.
So hey, I came up with it just now. Richie Nucklez arcade gloves.
Richie, someone in the comments said, we know that you have the cool shirts for sale. How much for the hazmat suit, brother?
Quick story. I have a younger brother. Not many people know that. I have a younger brother. He's 4 years my younger. He has never supported me ever in this venture. He doesn't like arcade games. He doesn't like video games. His son.
What?
My brother laughs at me. My brother actually calls me Ms. Pac-Man. Like,
ouch.
He thinks I'm a joke.
Richie, your brother is messed up.
he thinks I am a complete joke with what I do, but I still love him. He loves me, and we're friends. But you know, he's very he's a burly type. He's a landscaper, and he'd rather listen to country music and shoot birds from his deck than play video games.
But play duck hunt.
Yeah, why I brought him up was I asked him if he had any Tyvek suits left, and if not, where can I buy one? Because we both were pipe fitters in another life, and he had this from work, and he said, I have one left, and you can have it, no charge. So my little brother gifted me this Tyvek suit, and if anybody's listening, I do love my brother. I love him very much, but I can count on this hand how many times he has been to my arcade.
Wow. Just
that is
you guys completely went in different avenues growing up, I guess, or was that always the case, or is that just as you became adult?
He's the guitar player of Knuckle Sandwich, so we were extremely close in the music scene. Once the band broke up, he just went his own way, and he became a landscaper and, excuse the expression, a redneck. And because he has a teenage son and a young daughter, if the kids are playing indoors on the video game, he throws a fit. It's almost like a sin for kids to play video games in his mind. They should be outside, enjoying the weather, running around, being outside, which I agree with too. Mm-hmm. To a limited point. Like, I don't like Faithy. Is such a good girl. I don't have to worry about her and police her time on the computer or on the internet, because she knows she should be exercising as well. A healthy diet of playing video games as well as exercising and having fun outside. There is a happy medium. There is no extreme. But my brother's views are very extreme when it comes to video games are bad.
Gotcha.
So we're the exact opposite. But I am not kidding when I say in the 15, 20 years I've been in business, he has been to my arcade less than 5 times. And the times that he's come is just because my nephew loves me so much, and my niece and nephew want to be there. Or we're having a birthday party for my daughter. That's the other time he'd be there.
And you'd think he'd want to be there, because even if he did a birthday party there or something like we did here, you would think.
I wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
It makes his skin crawl. Being in the arcade, you can see he's uncomfortable. And I don't tell many people that. So if anybody's watching that are friends of mine and my younger brother, make sure he knows I love him very much. But the fact that he does not support me or my business in any way at all kind of hurts. But he did give me the Tyvek suit. And he is also one of the best guitar players I have ever heard in my entire life.
So I got a question. I'm going to throw this out there.
Playing Guitar Hero, I would think.
He's still going back. What is that?
Does anybody know what guitar this is?
Richie?
Does anybody know what guitar this is from?
That looks like a...
No.
It looks like a Billy Mitchell guitar with that flag.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Negan knows.
This is the guitar that I made for Billy during the Pac-Man Fever video.
Oh, nice.
Remember the Pac-Man Fever?
Yeah.
So, speaking...
I got a pocket full of quarters. I can't get to the arcade.
I can't get to the arcade.
Speaking...
Oh, yeah, I got the kaboom working, too, finally.
Did you get it working?
Yeah. But it's working. I got it all done, completed, finally. And the control panel is the 26.
What else do you have to do to it?
What?
My neighbor would love that game. She's a kaboomaholic.
Yeah, it was all the controls. I was having a hard time porting the controls because it's a spinner, and nothing I could do could get it super accurate other than using the paddles. So what I did is
I not using a Glenn's Retro Show spinner, man. Come on, Richie, you got to get a Glenn's Retro Show spinner in there.
Well, get me one. I don't know. It's from Omega Race, the one I got in there.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to Glenn after the show, and I will get you one of those spinners.
Richie.
Yeah, you guys said the same thing about a 1-Up cab too, and that never happened.
Hey, we don't have control over Arcade 1-Up. We put the seed out there. We tell them that's all we could do.
I was joking, buddy. I was joking.
I know.
Don't take it personally.
Hey, they could be watching. Hey, mate, plead your case. They could be watching right now.
That was actually just a joke.
Richie,
yeah.
Just get your logo on that arcade spinner and then you're set.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I took an arcade gun. You see the cable?
Mm-hmm.
And I replaced the arcade gun with a joystick. So the people can't steal the joystick. Yep.
A nice Atari joystick.
Yep. So that sits right here in the coaster, just like that.
That's handy.
Yeah, and it's got the multi-cart. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the multi-cart for Atari 2600.
Oh, this guy has.
I got one, of course.
Yeah.
I got one for that. I got one for my 7800. I got one for my Nintendo 64. I got it for all my system. Well, actually, the Glenn system, but I borrowed it when he's not home.
What about the red multi-cart for the NES?
I have an EverDrive for the NES. Well, actually, again, Glenn's got that. I just borrowed it when he's not around.
Yeah, I got one of those red carts that you program and you put it in the NES. It plays any game.
Every time I switch to him, I cannot take. I'm having a hard time taking this seriously. I'm having a hard time.
I noticed none of you were trying to help him. He's been tied up and shut up. No one's going to help him.
I want to help him, but I can't because it's in the screen. So.
So more show and tell.
What do you
guys want to see show and tell? I have been, since I'm stuck at home, I've been working on my control panels. So I have a Facebook page. It's called Arcade Sexy, and I don't really use it that much. But yet, when anything after a restore is done, you say, "Oh man, that's sexy." So I came up with Arcade Sexy, and I feel this is the sexiest thing you're ever going to see. This is a restored Missile Command control panel. All right.
Wow.
That's a beauty.
Right.
That is beautiful.
Powder coated, so it's not a sticker.
Yeah.
And silk screened art on the metal.
Flawless.
The original cone buttons without the red. These are black. They don't have any lights. I don't know if you guys knew. The top ones are lighted, so those are the red ones.
Mm-hmm.
And a brand new trackball. Look at that thing smooth. Listen to that thing.
Getting
beautiful,
excited.
Right? All rebuilt. Look how clean the backside. All rebuilt.
the whole thing looks brand new.
It
Hey, you
is.
did an excellent job.
Thank you. So Tony Temple, the guy who has the world record on Missile Command, he bought his for me probably 10 years ago. So I haven't had a mint Missile Command control panel in a long time. So my buddy Yale, who is an awesome Missile Command player, asked me to put this together for him. So when we reopen, you'll be able to play this baby. But I guarantee you, on the face of this earth, this is the nicest Missile Command control panel you'll ever see in your entire life.
I believe that.
It looks really nice. It looks
So
really
there's
nice.
number one. Number two, have you guys ever heard of the game Turbo?
I have
Sega
No.
Turbo. What?
So
Beat the
Sega
sense that you got it.
Turbo, most Sega Turbo control panels, these are actually Monaco GP cockpit panels, but they're usually all beat up and disgusting and stuff like that. So here's my old ones. I'm going to use the gauges I found in a warehouse raid. Wait till you guys see this. I found a new old stock
Ooh. very good.
Turbo plastic control panel because they all have cigarette burns.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Look at this thing. It's a little dusty because I should have wiped it down before the show. But look at this. This is a Turbo control panel.
Oh, yeah. That's
New
untouched.
New old stock, never been used. It was still in the shrink wrapping when I got it.
Dude,
Wow.
that's
an
cool.
amazing find,
That's
especially in
cool.
this
right?
day and age. Because, yeah, like you
Turbo.
said, they always have cigarette butts. They always got cracks. I mean, they're just beat to crap. Driving games in
look at that.
particular.
That is amazing, right?
Absolutely.
That's cool.
So on the backside, I've been starting to rebuild it. So I'm going to make a video of me taking the parts off of these guys and
Transplanting them over.
rebuilding the new old stock control panel with the best out of, I have probably 5 turbo control panels and Monaco GP control panels. I'll just take the best ones and rebuild it.
Wow.
Very good.
So that's the next thing I'm working on. I'm going to actually make a video of that because I don't know how many arcade guys out there has ever seen a new old stock control panel like mint condition.
I can't imagine there's that many left.
I don't think I've ever seen one other than this one.
I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say, you may have the last remaining one.
So
Hey,
I've been
Coleco had a good home version of Turbo.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. Also practicing for the Kong off. I made this. I don't know if you guys make these too, but took this little plastic box. It's all plastic. Put a iPack controller on it
Mm-hmm.
and a Donkey Kong joystick and one button. And I can practice my Donkey Kong for the Kong off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
Doug,
handy.
Doug, you're pretty familiar with that iPack, aren't you?
I am. iPack, A-pack, all the packs. 2-pack.
2-pack.
so isn't
No,
that
that iPack is the way to go. That's my favorite encoder.
so?
Yeah, what's that company? Ultimark.
Yep.
Those
They
guys
make
are great.
high quality stuff.
Is Angel watching? I want to say hi to Angel.
Oh, he's
He
watching.
was earlier.
He'll probably
Shout out to Angel from me.
he'll probably be on. What were you gonna say?
Isn't having a control panel that isn't connected to an arcade cheating to practice?
Well, it's for practice, not competition.
Yeah, he's just practicing.
Yeah, that's for practice. Also, my daughter has been playing Donkey Kong a lot, and there aren't. Hold on a second. Come on, guys.
It's one of those nights.
You're killing me, Smalls.
So
You're killing me, Smalls.
so Richie,
So Steve, the guy that we were talking about earlier, I'm not going to say his name,
yeah.
but funny story about him is he came up with a catchphrase. He made a video early on, and in the video, he goes, "I know what goes on those nights at Richard Nucklez Arcade in Flemington." And in that video, I contacted him because I didn't know him at the time. And I said, hey, I want to use that phrase. I know what goes on those nights at Richard Nucklez Arcade in Flemington. And he's like, no, you can't use it. I need royalties. It wouldn't let me use it unless I paid him.
Oh my.
Missed opportunity.
So he said he was going to copyright it so I couldn't use it. So of course I can use it if I want. Yeah, nothing stopped me from saying, come see what goes on those nights at Richard Nucklez Arcade as a joke. He actually said, give me 50% of the shirts and you can use it.
Wow.
That's crazy talk.
So are you
no
worried?
way.
Are you worried with all the stuff that's going on surrounding, everything that's going on with Billy Mitchell, that it kind of leaves a stigmata on the Kong off? Do you have are you feeling any effects from people like not wanting to be involved and participating? Because I'm in the middle. I don't know any, you know what I mean? I don't follow it. Are you experiencing any backlash from it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bad.
Really?
It's really bad. In fact, the Australian Kong off has, hold on. Guys, come on. I've got like 4 shorties that want to come on camera. Maybe we can bring them on camera. At the
Go
end.
ahead, bring them on. We're having a.
I mean, I'm on here, so
Yeah.
what's the deal with that?
We're all inclusive to the shorties.
Yeah. These shorties, their mom and dad may not be happy about having their children on the internet. That's why I haven't.
Good
Makes
point.
sense, yeah.
The Australian Kong off actually had people boycott.
Wow.
Oh, already.
Some of
Jeez.
the main players, like the top ranking Australian players, some of them were boycotting because certain people came to the Kong off 3 in Australia. But in the end, they came, they played them head to head, and Billy beat them.
So I mean, use this media.
You're doing it live, man. When you're doing it live, what are they going to say?
Right.
You're playing it in front of other people. So the guy's got talent. He does.
The people that said he cheated and don't belong to be there were the ones that could not take him down when it mattered. So, that speaks for itself. And he wasn't braggadocious. He wasn't arrogant. He beat the pants off them, and I even heard excuses. Some of them said that he was catered to, which is not true whatsoever.
I've heard people saying that he got those scores on a MAME cabinet. You don't even have MAME cabinets in your arcade, right? I mean, that's kind of
original hardware. That's the prerequisite.
Yeah.
Let's not even go there. This is how much that affected me. Okay. I got hate mail.
Wow.
I had death threats. And I have not wasted a single moment of my time investigating if he played MAME or not. I don't know if he didn't. I don't know if he did. Only thing I know is that at the Kong off, he is playing on original hardware 100%. Whatever scores he submitted to Twin Galaxies in the past have nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with the Kong off. Absolutely nothing. So why is it my business?
Right.
It's not my business.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'd challenge anybody out there. Billy streams almost every night on Twitch. I sit there and I watch him because I want to see how he does. It gets the points. Like, you can watch him jump backwards and grab the guy's legit. If you watch him play the game, okay, he streams every night, just about every night on Twitch, on the actual arcade cabinet and doing it. So I'm not saying one way or the other, but go watch that. I mean, have you?
Oh, someone's gonna get a clunking. I want to see it.
Yeah, you got to tune
Someone
in. He's on Twitch. Doug, have you ever tuned in and watched him?
Yeah. No, he's crazy talented. It's one of those things, like, you can say all the negative things you want about him, but when it comes to, like Richie said, like, when it comes to the moment of truth, like the competition time, like, he puts up. So it's one of those put up or shut up type of thing. And he shows up and he competes and he does well. So, like, you can say all the negative things about him if he cheated, that he cheated, all those things, but, like, he shows up, he does well in these competitions, so the guy is clearly a talented and skilled competitor.
Whoa.
You know what this is?
Control panels.
Well, joysticks, yeah.
Okay, joysticks.
Donkey Kong joystick.
Close.
See, they're all Donkey Kong joysticks, all rebuilt, or in the process of being rebuilt, when I do a Donkey Kong joystick rebuild, look how far I take it down to.
Bare metal. Yeah.
Dude, that looks
Sand
legit.
it down, polish it, so they are the cleanest. All of the problems with Donkey Kong joysticks is in here. This little tiny pivot thing right in there is where the problem is usually. So you got to clean that out and soak it and let it sit. And then you put, what I do is I put lithium grease in there.
Nice.
And so you guys can see how serious I am about making the controls perfect.
Richie.
Now, was the Donkey Kong joystick leaf switches?
No,
They're
Richie.
micro switches.
micro switches, but special micro switches.
Richie, someone said in the chat.
Special micro switches. They're a little bit different than the normal cherry ones.
Gotcha.
Someone said.
And they have the extender on it. It's a piece of metal that makes contact to the actual trigger of the cherry switch. It makes it more responsive because there's a metal type. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but
Yeah,
there's a
it
piece
sticks
of
out. It's an
metal.
extra long little lever.
Yeah,
Sticks out
like a
from the
little
microphone.
mosquito leg.
Mhm.
Richie.
You know.
Someone said in the chat, I need one of those.
You need one of the joysticks?
Well, he said somebody in the chat said that. Who said that in the chat room?
It's someone with an animal face, like from the Muppets.
Oh, well,
Username Flynn's.
oh, Flynn's.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
They need one of those.
Also, Angel's out there. Angel said, thank you, Richie. He tried to find you with Space Invaders, but he couldn't find one. He looked all over, he said.
Well, please tell Angel I gave him a shout out earlier.
Yep. And to clarify, it was John from Denville. That's who was saying he needs one of those Donkey Kong joysticks. He said, you know
John
him.
from Denville. I'm in Denville.
Hey, he's probably one of your people.
Is that John? Is it John Bianc?
No, it just says John.
We'll have to
Are you
wait.
We'll have to
Are
wait.
you sure it's not John Bianc?
We'll have to see if he's.
His username is Flynn's on YouTube. So
John Bianc.
Yes,
is,
yes, he
yes,
is
it is.
saying it is. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
I love you, buddy.
is.
John and I are doing a project together. Wait till you hear this. I'm gonna shut the door. The girls are singing, trying to be wise asses.
I actually caught one of your.
Don't knock it off.
I actually caught one of your little wings on camera. So
They're singing really loud, trying to get famous.
trying to get it covered. Yep.
Hey, you owe me a beer.
So I want to let everybody know in about
John Bianc.
7 minutes or so when we wrap the show up, we are going to open up the phone lines. You'll be able to call in if you have questions for Richie or you just want to jump in and say, hey, what's going on, Richie? You could do that, or if you have questions for us or anything, or dare I say, if you have questions for this guy here and what that is.
Back to John Bianc. He programmed the game. It's a very 8-bit-ish, and I'm building the cabinet for it, and I named it. It's called Space Junk. You know how, like, out in the atmosphere of the planet, we have tons and tons of old satellites and just thousands and thousands of pieces of space junk.
oh,
The game, you go around outer space and you clean up all the space junk.
wow.
And yeah,
You
it
got
is
to
all.
make a game for a kid to clean his room.
But John Bianc is the programmer, and I am the guy that's building the cabinet. I came up with the name and the artwork, the marquee. I still haven't shown him the marquee yet because I made it very 80s style. But when we reopen, the cabinet will be sitting there waiting for him to come and plug in the guts. Because I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since all this started. I miss you, John. But yes, so a homebrew Richie Nucklez Arcade's first ever homebrew arcade game will be available to be played only at our arcade, and the programmer and the concept, everything is John Bianc. So John from Denville, big shout out.
Very cool. Very cool. He says he misses you, brother.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Phony Glenn. Someone said, "Are you going to untie him or kill him?"
I'll let him go eventually, but I gotta knock some sense into him to stop playing some NES ROMs on those arcade machines.
He's
Although
innocent.
he's guilty until he is proven innocent.
He
He's
actually
guilty.
looks like a Walker from Walking Dead.
He's doing well.
In that case, they really should club him, shouldn't I?
Doesn't he? Look at him. He looks
Yeah.
like one of Michonne's slaves.
Yep, with his arms behind his back. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
he's tied up.
I like this guy. I like this guy. He's giving me permission to beat Glenn's brains in. I like that.
No, someone in the chat said it. So
Yeah.
don't be having me be giving you ideas.
We got another comment in the
Okay,
YouTube
little
chat for you,
Steve.
Richie. It says, Richie, if you're
It's-
getting death threats, you should consider hiring your bird shooting brother as security. He'll become interested in your brother or in your business real quick.
We did this thing. So the people that are out there listening that have sent me death threats, just so you know, even though I was divorced and they took all my weaponry because of my divorce, I don't have any handguns of my own, but my brother and I do skeet. And whenever I go to his house, we shoot skeet in the backyard. And we put a drone out there one time and
Ooh.
tried to shoot down the drone. So we had the camera going and, the camera's showing us on the ground.
What happened?
And we had the 9mm, the Glock in one leg, and we had the other, and he has the shotgun. My brother's trying to knock down the drone with the shotgun, pull out the Glock and hold it like a gangster. Pack, 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 and knock it out of the air.
Sounds like a good time.
What happened?
Oh, yeah. As skeet and shooting down drones is fun.
What happened with the drone?
Oh, he blew it up.
Oh,
And everything I'm saying right now is not true. It's all fiction. Because there's
Allegedly.
and you say that
we're
now.
nobody's firing 9mm in the backyard. It's all jokes.
And you say that now.
Oh, you're talking to some gun lovers here. You're fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
As long
if
as you do air quotes and say allegedly, you can say whatever you want.
yeah, exactly.
Myself, I prefer a bat, but you guys use guns. That's fine. I like to get more personal with my prey.
Nobody believes anything on the internet, anyways. Richie, we're gonna have to wrap up the recording here. Any final words, final thoughts here, and we'll go into post show and get some callers calling in.
All right. For you guys only, I'm going to do my Negan imitation.
Oh boy,
Oh my.
you're gonna make this other guy
Better be
jealous.
Come on, Rick. You are a badass.
Well done. Well done.
All right. How do you feel about that, Mr. Negan Planamento?
Glenn.
It's Richie
cool.
Nucklez, man. I have to give him a pass. It was piss poor, but I'm giving him a pass. It's the Richie Nucklez.
You are a badass. Come on,
Make-
Rick.
Make sure you guys check him out, RichieKnuckles.com, and stay tuned for more information as it comes down the line about the Kong Off and all the cool stuff. Get a T-shirt. What are they going for, Richie? How much? How do they get them?
I do $30 shipped anywhere in the U.S. If it is outside of the U.S., just add $5 depending on where you're at. But Rich, please put it up there. Excuse me. Holy shit. Richie at RichieKnuckles.com. There you go. Just add a Richie at. That's the PayPal address. And make sure you specify what T-shirt you want, the Space Invaders, or do you want the pole position, what size. And if you want both, that's great.
Yeah, that Space
They're
Invaders
both
one
nice.
is pretty killer.
That Space Invaders is real nice.
Yep.
Yeah, not a good one. One thing too, I have a quiz. If anybody can get it, they get a free T-shirt with the call in. Do you guys remember these?
Well, wait till we go into post show, and then you could ask that out, and then we'll get callers, because otherwise it's gonna light up the board here.
I don't know what
Okay,
that
post
is.
Post show.
All right, post show. So you want to win a free T-shirt? Stick around, but check it out. Get one of those shirts. Stay tuned for the call. And this guy here, YouTube.com. I'm gonna give Glenn stuff out. Glenn, a GL Planamento or G Planamento. Negan messed this all up. Do you have anything to plug, Negan?
No.
Just watch my video. It'll be up in a couple of days when I review the Neo Geo Mini. It's awesome.
You got to work on that bandwidth there, Negan. You got to get out of the woods.
I'm on 56K dial-up. I already told you. Look at my house. Think they're gonna give me cable out here?
You're just like full of crap.
Oh,
Daniel,
and
not sugarcoating it.
I like it.
you
I'm talking to you, Glenn.
And
Shout out to
He's
my
got
daughter
spunk.
too. She's doing stuff on Instagram. Anybody out there wants to check out my daughter's page? Her name is Faith Vavrance. It's on my Facebook page too. She's starting to do personal drawings for people.
Very cool.
awesome.
very nice.
Also, Mr. Doug Smith, youtube.com/cooltoy. What do we got on deck for the Legends this week?
I believe it's Arcade Playlink. If I
Cool.
remember correctly, I'll have to look at the schedule.
Awesome.
So the APL devices.
So you Legends users, make sure you tune in, check it out. Check out Doug's channel. Make sure you subscribe. Got a lot of good content on there. And, well, he doesn't have a
And he's
website
cute too.
I don't...
Thanks, Negan. That's what I needed to top my night off. A compliment from a maniac with a baseball bat.
a serial killer.
Yep.
Don't you feel special
I
there,
don't
Doug?
kill
Human
any
killer.
cereal. I eat it like everybody else.
A human killer. A human killer.
So this guy, he doesn't have a website, so he kind of he shares it with me, but you can check him out at least on here for
Mhm.
right now. He wanted to see what it was like to do a show and eventually do more YouTube videos, right? And
You need
he's
some oil on that
he's
chair.
spacing
Don't be
out.
Squeaky.
right? You want to do more YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Oh, see, typical son to a father just ignores him. Gets to the end of the show.
I
I'm gonna bring
am
Faith here. Hold on.
rude.
All right.
Okay.
We'll wrap up here. Guys, we appreciate it. Stick around. If you want to call in, you can call in, and we're going to go into post-show. But for the rest of you guys, we'll see you next week here on Negan. Stop messing around with that stuff. We'll see you next time here
I think I
on
unplugged the wire.
the Retro Buzz.